Once upon a...
The Ashlad and the Silver Ducklings. Once upon a time, there was a poor man who had 3 sons. When he passed away, the 2 oldest sons wanted to get out in the world to test their luck. The youngest one, however, they did not want to bring with them.
All right, Paul.
Yes.
What do you think we should do now?
Well, Peter, why don't we go to the castle and test our luck or something?
Sure. Let's do that.
Yeah.
But we don't want to bring that idiot.
No, not ever.
Hey, Ashlad.
Yes.
Now we're leaving, and you're not coming.
We don't care about you. Do you understand? Just go and dig in the ashes or something like you're so good at.
What a shame. Guess I gotta go alone.
The Ashlad brought with him a huge knee throw. This was the only thing that was left after their parents. And the Ashlad didn't have the heart to leave the throw, so he lifted it up on his shoulder and carried it with him, no matter how heavy it was. At the castle, the 2 brothers were put into service, one with the head gardener and the other with the stable master. The Ashlad also arrived at the castle, but when he asked to serve, they told him they had no use for him. But he begged so beautifully with such a humble heart that they decided to put him at service in the kitchen to carry water for the chef. The Ashlad was such a gentleman and worked so hard that it didn't take long before everyone appreciated him. His brothers, however, were lazy. Therefore they were often punished, but their jealousy towards the Ashlad grew. Deep down below the castle, on the other side of a huge lake, there lived a troll. The troll had stolen 7 silver ducklings that were glittering in the sunlight. The king had without luck tried to retrieve the ducklings, and when the brothers heard about this, they went to the stable master and said,
Did you know that our brother is actually bragging about getting the silver ducklings for His Majesty?
Oh, I have to tell His Majesty. Now the king demanded the Ashlad to come before his throne.
Ashlad, I've heard that you're bragging about being able to give me the silver ducklings. If you're that arrogant, I give you this command. Go and have a try right away.
But dear king, I've never even thought about this and I would not brag like that.
Oh well, true or not true, my decision is final. I order you to go and try and get the silver ducklings.
Of course I will try, your majesty, if there's no other way. But please, dear king, I humbly ask you for a bag of oatmeal that I can bring with me.
The Ashlad got the bag of oatmeal and he put it in the trough he brought from home. The trough he put on the water and he used it as a boat to row over the lake. When he reached the other side, he made a nice pile of oatmeal, allured the ducklings and caught them under the trough. Then he quickly took the ducklings and started to row back to the other side as fast as he could.
I can smell Christian man's blood,
said the troll as it came out of the cave.
What's going on? Have you stolen my silver ducklings?
Well, they wanted some oatmeal, you see,
said the Ashlad.
Oatmeal? What's that? When will you give them back?
Well, soon enough. I am bringing them back,
said the Ashlad while he continued to row over to the other side. No need to say, but when he arrived with the 7 silver ducklings for the king, he was even more appreciated at the castle. And the king smiled as he gave him a medal of honor. His brothers, however, became even more jealous and angry towards him, so they conspired against him and went to the stable master again.
Excuse us, Mr. Stablemaster. Did you know that our brother is bragging that he could get back the gold and silvery duvet that the troll stole from the king's father a long time ago?
Yes, it's true.
Oh, I have to tell His Majesty, said the stable master, and went and told the king.
I've heard that you proudly and arrogantly boast that you can get back the gold and silvery duvet that the troll stole from my father many years ago. Many have tried this and failed, so to teach you some humility, I command you to go and have a try right away.
Of course, Your Majesty, if there's no other way. But dear King, I've never said or even thought about this. But of course I'll do it on your command. I only humbly ask for a wooden whisk.
The Ashlad got the wooden whisk and he started to row over to the other side. The Ashlad then went into the cave as quickly and quietly as he could. Suddenly he found a hole up on the cave wall. He then took his trough and climbed on top of it. Then he took his wooden whisk and pulled himself up the wall until he reached the hole. There inside the little cave, he found a gold and silvery duvet. He placed it in a trough and quickly headed for the other side.
What? I can smell Christian man's blood!
Said the troll as it came out of the cave.
Is it you again? You took the 7 silver ducklings?
100% correct.
And now you have also taken my gold and silver duvet?
That's also correct.
What? But when are you coming back with it?
Well, soon enough I am bringing it back.
Said the Ashlad and headed for the king's castle. When the people at the court saw him bringing back the gold and silvery duvet, they were amazed, and the king smiled as he made him a knight. His brothers, however, couldn't stand this as they became even more angry and jealous. They went to the stablemaster and conspired one more time.
Mr. Stablemaster, now our brother is bragging that he can get back the golden harp that the troll stole from the king's grandfather many years ago. The harp that can make even the most depressed person happy when he hears the tones.
Oh my dear, I have to tell the king, said the stablemaster and quickly told the king.
Well, if you've bragged about it, I've made a decree that you're going to do it. This incredible artifact has been lost for a long time, and many have tried to get it back. So I'll make this deal with you. You see, my daughter is quite fond of you, so I will give her to you in marriage, and half the kingdom as well, if you succeed.
I'm overwhelmed by your kindness, dear King, for promising me such a reward. But I've never even thought about getting the golden harp back. But it will be an honor for me to give it a try on your command. I only humbly ask for 3 things, Your Majesty. A nail, a birch twig, and a candlestick.
The king gave the Ashlad what he wanted, a nail, a birch twig, and a candlestick. And after a farewell to his friends, he got into the trough and started to row over to the other side. When he got into the cave, he started to wave his arms to spread the smell of Christian man's blood, which was the worst smell the troll knew.
I can smell Christian man's blood!
Screamed the troll as he grabbed the Ashlad and took him into the cave.
Hey daughter, now I've caught the guy who stole the silver ducklings and the gold and silvery duvet. Put him in the dungeon, then we can slaughter him and ask all of our family to come for a feastly dinner.
The Ashlad was in the dungeon for 8 whole days and got all the best of food he could ever wish for.
And this one. Yes. And this one he can eat. And this one. Now he's become nice and fat.
Raw fish? No thanks.
When the 8 days had passed, the troll told his daughter,
Go down to the dungeon and cut him in the finger so we can check if he has become fat enough.
She then went to the dungeon.
Come with your little finger.
She said, but the Ashlad pulled out the nail. She then tried to cut into the nail.
He is as hard as iron.
Said the troll daughter when she came to her father.
It's no good eating him yet.
Then they continued to feed the Ashlad with everything he could eat.
And this one.
When 8 days had passed, the same thing happened.
And this
But this time the Ashlad reached out the birch twig.
Now he's a little better.
She said when she came back to her father.
But still he is as hard as wood. And this one, and this one, and this one, and this one, and this one.
8 days later, the troll again said to his daughter that she was to go down and check if he had become fat enough.
Come with your little finger.
And this time the Ashlad pulled out the candlestick.
Now he has become nice and fat.
She said.
Then I'll go and get the rest of the family. But in the meanwhile you can slaughter him and boil half of him and fry the other half.
When the troll was well out the door, the troll daughter started to sharpen her knife.
Are you going to slaughter me with that knife?
Yes.
Said the troll daughter.
But it's not sharp enough, you see. Let me sharpen it for you. Then it will be much easier for you to kill me with it.
She then gave the knife to the Ashlad so he could sharpen it.
Let me test it on your braid. I think it's pretty good now.
And the troll daughter let him do this, but as soon as he got hold of the braid, he pulled it backwards and cut off the whole head of the troll. Then he boiled half of the head and fried the other half and placed it on the table ready to be served. Then he dressed up with the clothes of the troll daughter and sat down in the corner. When the troll came home with the rest of the family, he said to his daughter, because he thought it was her sitting there,
Hey, you gotta come and eat also.
No. Let me see. No, I don't want any food because I am so sad.
What? Oh, but then you know what to do. Take the golden harp and play on it. Then you will become happy again.
Yes. But where is it?
Well, you should know that you used it the last time. It's hanging over the door.
said the troll. The Ashlad then took down the harp and pretended he was going out to play on it. But when he got outside, he quickly put the harp in the trough and started to row back as fast as he could. After a while, the troll thought it was strange that his daughter was outside for so long, so he came outside to have a look. But again, the only thing he could see was the boy sitting in the trough out on the lake.
What? Is it you again? You took the 7 silver ducklings?
Yes, that's right.
Said the Ashlad.
And then you took the golden silvery duvet, right? That was you. Wasn't that you? Or what?
Yes, that's also true.
But didn't I eat you?
No, it was your own daughter you ate, you see.
When the troll heard this, he became so angry that he blew up. The Ashlad then went back to the castle. And it's not hard to imagine that he was praised in the whole land for taking care of the troll and bringing back the golden harp. Then he got the princess and half the kingdom as a reward. And it was arranged a wedding that lasted for 7 whole days. But the Ashlad was nice to his brothers, cause in his opinion, they only wanted what was best for him when they went to the stable master, like they did. And snip, snap, snout, now this folktale is out.